So I'm just going over to. So this was the Sykes family home from 1961. This one here to 1998. – 29 Gloucestershire Road. So that's the house you see on the documentary. Walter, when he's doing the documentary, the interview, little Chris, he's literally stood there. As you can see the background, and he stood there talking about his pennies for every press ups and all that kind of thing. I mean, if walls could talk in here. Yep. There's a story in the book where I don't know where I spoke to the neighbour actually, and the neighbour was just washing his car over there, yeah. And Walter come out and punched him in the back of the head and said, "Don't you know we've got a hose pipe ban?" So that's what kind of cantankerous character he was. But I'll get Gav over here. So you can see right over the, I suppose that's classed as the town, the prison, and of course the cathedral. Gav, Sykes family home for 37 years.
Yeah. And back of it down here, that's where I was brought up.
Yeah.
And the famous story about Gus.
Yeah.
Gus Andlovich. Great bloke. Did my initial, taught me a bit about boxing back in the day when I was still a kid.
Yeah.
Because I was doing all sorts of real hard regime training. And I remember obviously none of this fence were up then, it was all bushes and what have you. And what we did, I was boxing one day and he had us doing sit-ups on this big massive, well, looked like a big chimney at the time, but only small, so it probably wasn't that big. I was doing there. And as I'm doing my sit-ups, and then Gus was teaching us some jab and cross and move. And that's when Paul came up back watching us, sort of like taking a bit of a rise to us, a bit of a rise out of Gus because he was foreign accent.
Yeah.
But man, that day, I mean, Gus was 5'6", 5'7", if that. I was just actually 6'3", 4".
Yeah.
Young in the time, only in his late teens, maybe, I don't know. This is going back donkeys ago.
Yeah.
And it's when Gus gave him a real good lesson while reciting, you know, this is what I'm doing to you. And he had Paul like tied up in knots, bless him. Yeah, great man, great boxer. And then after that, Paul gave him a bit of a respect and wide berth because he was talking his language and he outboxed him and gave him a lesson in the good old art. But yeah, this is where they lived. This is where it's now become famous for where they lived.
And it will be, obviously, when the film and the documentary happens. I mean, this is the spot where Walter gave that interview.
It is, yeah. It is.
And
the famous Wakefield thing at the back there.
Yeah,